Hey guys, today we have a scary story for you. If you are scared, better don't listen to it. Don't forget to subscribe, like our channel to support me for more, and share the story with your friends for more stories. Find your cozy spot, and let's go. I live alone in a small two-bedroom apartment on the third floor of an old building. The walls are thin, and sometimes I hear my neighbors talking, moving around or watching TV. But this night was different. I had just finished a long shift at work and was looking forward to unwinding with a horror movie before bed. I dimmed the lights, got comfortable on the couch, and pressed play. The movie wasn't particularly scary, but being alone in my dark apartment made the atmosphere feel heavy. Halfway through the movie, I heard something in the hallway outside my apartment. It sounded like soft footsteps, slow and deliberate. At first, I assumed it was one of my neighbors coming home late, but the steps didn't fade away. Instead, they stopped right outside my door. I muted the TV and listened closely. Silence. Maybe I imagined it. I shook it off and resumed my movie. But then there was a sound, a quiet but distinct scratching at my door. It was subtle, like someone gently dragging their fingernails down the wood. My heart started pounding. I sat frozen, staring at the door, waiting for something else to happen. After a moment, I built up the courage to approach. I tiptoed to the peephole and looked through. The hallway light was dim, flickering slightly as it always did, but there was no one there. I sighed in relief, shaking my head at myself. Maybe it was just my mind playing tricks on me, or some kind of draft making the door creak. I double-checked the lock, made sure my chain was secured, and went back to the couch. A few minutes passed, and just as I started to relax again, I heard it, the scratching sound. But this time, it wasn't coming from the door. It was coming from inside the apartment. I turned my head toward the bedroom where the noise was now emanating. My body tensed. The sound was slow, rhythmic, as if something or someone was inside, tracing their fingers along the walls. My bedroom door was slightly ajar, and the darkness beyond it seemed impossibly deep. I reached for my phone and turned on the flashlight. With a deep breath, I forced myself to move forward. The closer I got, the more I could hear my own heartbeat hammering in my ears. The air felt heavier, almost suffocating. I pushed the door open wider, my flashlight scanning the room. The bed was empty, the closet doors were shut, nothing seemed out of place. But just as I was about to turn around, I heard a whisper, so close it sent shivers down my spine. "Are you alone?" I spun around, aiming my flashlight wildly, but there was nothing there. The room was empty. I backed away slowly, my breathing uneven, until I was back in the living room. I grabbed my keys, my jacket, and I left, without looking back. I spent the night at a friend's place trying to convince myself that I had imagined it. Maybe I had fallen asleep on the couch, and it was just a nightmare. But when I returned the next morning, something made my stomach drop. My bedroom door was wide open, and on the floor, right in front of it, was a single long scratch, fresh, deep, and leading straight into the room. I moved out a week later, but sometimes, late at night, when I'm alone in my new apartment, I swear I still hear it, the scratching. And last night, for the first time since that night, I heard something else. A whisper, barely audible, coming from the closet in my bedroom. "You can't run forever." I barely slept. And now, as I write this, the closet door is open just a crack. I know I closed it before bed. I think whatever was in that old apartment followed me here, and I don't think it plans on leaving.